Hi, it's Sunday. Going to a funeral today. A friend of mine died this past week, Max Steinmetz. I met Max back, I guess, in about 2005, and I immediately recognized he was a very unique man. Max was a survivor of the Holocaust. In 1943, Max and his family were taken out of Transylvania and put into a boxcar and taken to Auschwitz. Upon arriving in Auschwitz, Max and his brother Henry were sent one way, and Max's mother, father, and sister were sent another way to the gas chambers. Max survived actually he was moved to Auschwitz, survived for about 3 years, and in 1945, well, actually, a year before, in 1944, Max's brother died of starvation. In 1945, Max was wrestled out of camp and put on a death march as the Americans were making moves into Germany. Max was being walked to his death. He escaped. He was Max was a tall man. He was about 6'2". At that point, he weighed about 90 pounds. He escaped and actually found his way to a farmhouse. And the wife of a SS officer took him in, fed him. He had his first bath in 3 years, and first full meal. He had basically survived on a half a loaf of bread and a canteen of water for 3 years each day. And so, to me, Max was a survivor. And I like to think of myself as a survivor, someone who can face adversity and find some hope in the future, someone who can deal with day-to-day issues and just recognize all I have to do is get to tomorrow, and then I can make decisions as to how I can get to the next day. Max was an inspiration to me. I actually feel privileged that I got to know him. In Max's latter years, all the way actually up until maybe a month before he passed away, Max's mission was to share his story. And he went around to civic groups and high schools and junior high schools, and he told his story. He wanted people to gain strength from his adversity, from his struggle, and he did that. Again, as I say, I met Max probably in about '05, and Nita and I became close with Max and Betty. Betty's his wife. And we traveled together. We went on cruises. We actually had a group of people. As I think about it, Nita and I were the only non-Jewish people in the group, and I was kind of the organizer. I would pick the cruise and tell them where to get their tickets, and then we went and rented 2 penthouses in Destin and took them down there, and we just had a wonderful time. And I got to know him and got to know his story, and I took strength from it. I still do. I still look at, particularly when our daughter died. I sat with Max, and he and I had some very hard discussions, some very heart-to-heart discussions. I remember asking Max, I said, with all that you've been through, Max, do you believe in God? Do you believe there is life after this? When you were in Auschwitz and Dachau, did you believe there was a God looking over you and that he brought this on to you somehow? Because I was going through those same questions as my daughter was dying, and then subsequently after she died. I'm not going to share really what Max said, and I'm not going to share what my feelings are, because that's unimportant. What's important is that you take strength from other people. You share your story, and they share their story, and together you gain strength. That's the only thing I'm really sure about, is the friends and the experiences that I've had, and how sharing, and I guess it all comes down, as I've aged, sharing is what's important. So that you know me and I know you, and we can grow and prosper based on each other's knowledge. It all comes down to, you know things I don't know. I know things you don't know. And if we share, we're stronger. And if we're stronger, we'll do better. And that's what my YouTube channel is all about. We're best of us investors. Here you'll see a link to our website. We have what I call a tribe. And what I'm trying to build is a group of people who can share knowledge with each other and experiences. I have 150,000 subscribers. I just today introduced you to another member of the tribe who is going to educate you on cryptocurrency. I hope to introduce you to several accountants, one in Canada, one in the United States, who are going to help you understand the tax code so that you can keep more of what you make, and that you can understand how to invest your assets to protect them from estate taxes and other taxes, and not really game the system, but use the system to its full advantage. And that is done by me sharing my knowledge with you, you sharing your knowledge with me, and Max shared his life with me. And as a result, I'm a stronger man. I made it through my Auschwitz, my Dachau. I've carried a cross, and I continue to carry it, but I gain strength from people like Max and people like you. So if you want to be a part of a tribe, find your way to our village. Thanks. This will be a hard day, but Max was a very, very popular man, so he is going to be sent away in style. Talk to you tomorrow.